Yes. Okay, for today only, I will be conducting lecture on the digital board, okay, rather than the whiteboard, regular whiteboard, okay. So that will also be a new experience for you, okay. So good morning, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. I was setting up with this digital board, so it took some time for me, okay, but now everything done. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Can you reply? Good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning. Okay, fine. Yes, Arch, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. All right, fine. So, can you tell me what was the last point? What was the last point? I think I was deriving the mechanical force per unit area, right? Mechanical force per unit area. Okay. Chalo. So write down along with me. Okay, you just have to write along with me. Okay. So chalo, write down mechanical force per unit area, mechanical force per unit area of charged conductor, of charged conductor, mechanical force per unit area, mechanical force per unit area of charged conductor. Okay, charged conductor. Okay, sir. Mechanical force per unit area of a charged conductor. So let us take a charged conductor of any random shape. Okay, so that's our charged conductor of any random shape. Okay, now what we have to do is this. Okay, we have to consider a very small portion of the conductor. Okay, sir. And what you have to do is you have to assume that this charge conductor is in the electric field of remaining charge conductor. Okay, so this is your charge conductor having charge plus. Okay, a very small charge is present on the first conductor. So entire conductor will be divided into two parts. This is the first part and this is the second part. Okay, this is the second part of the conductor. So we just divided our entire conductor into two parts. Okay, sir. Now once you divide this entire conductor into two parts, this is the first part. Now consider a point which is just outside the conductor and consider the point which is just inside the conductor. Now in the yesterday's diagram, you people please tell me, inside point was A or B? आतला point काय होता बाळांनो? A होता की B होता? Inside point was A or B? B, Bombay. Aryan is saying B, Bombay. Okay, fine. Sir, the point which was just inside is B, point B, Bombay. Okay. And point A was just outside point. So write down near the diagram. Point A is just outside. Point A is just outside, sir. Okay. And point B is just inside. All right. Point B is just inside. All right. Okay, fine. Now we know that electric field at a point just outside, electric field at a point just outside is equal to, electric field at point A means electric field at a point just outside the conductor must be equal to charge per unit area divided by epsilon 0, sigma upon epsilon 0. This derivation we did, okay, from the Gauss theorem we did this derivation, where sigma is the local surface charge density. What is sigma? Sigma is local surface charge density. Okay, if you want to find out the charge on this area, the very small charge dq on that area will be equal to charge per unit area at that location into the small area ds, so dq is equal to sigma into ds. Okay, fine. So that sigma, charge per unit area, is here, and epsilon 0 you already know it is permittivity of the free space. Okay, so this is the electric field which is just outside the conductor. Okay, so now we will divide this conductor, this total conductor, into two parts. Okay, this very small conductor, now you have to shade it. त्याला shading करा बाळांनो. Okay, this very small conductor will be called as conductor 1. This will be called as conductor 1, and the remaining part of the conductor will be called as conductor 2, and the remaining part of the conductor will be called as conductor 2. Okay. Fine, sir. Now total electric field at point A is the addition of electric fields of conductor 1 and the remaining conductor, that is conductor 2. Electric field, total electric field at point A काय असली पाहिजे? Sir, total electric field at point A by formula sigma upon epsilon 0 असली पाहिजे, and by logic it should be, sir, electric field due to this conductor shaded portion and electric field due to the remaining conductor. Okay, absolutely fine. So call this as equation 1. Okay, for time being call this as equation 1. Okay, all right. Now electric field at point A due to first conductor is equal to E1. I can say electric field at point A due to first conductor is E1, and electric field at point B due to first conductor will also be equal to E1. Why? Let me tell you. Let us consider the very small conductor. Okay, this is the shaded part. Okay, now this is the point A, this is the point B. Now if this conductor is a positively charged conductor, then you people tell me, at this point whatever will be the electric field will be away from the positive charge. At this point whatever will be the electric field away from the positive charge. Now you people tell me, these electric fields, can I say this is E1 and this also in magnitude E1? Reply me in the chat box. पहिल्या कंडक्टर मुळे at point A आणि at point B E1 म्हणू शकतो का? Both are very close to the conductor. There is no reason that these two electric fields are different. No reason that these two electric fields are different. So we have to take them same. जरा बाळांनो याच्यावरती विचार करा, जरा विचार करा आणि मग रिप्लाय करा. एवढंच करण्यासारखं आहे, अदरवाइज डेरिवेशन अगदी सोपं आहे. एवढं जर असं बाळांनो विचार करावा लागेल तुम्हाला. यू हॅव टू थिंक ओव्हर दिस. एक छोटासा चार्ज आहे, देयर इज अ very small charge dq. At a distance very close to it, on the right hand side there is point A and on the left hand side there is point B. So these are the values of electric fields. Values I will take same, but directions I will take opposite. Okay sir, now we are understanding. आता बाळांनो रिमेनिंग कंडक्टर. आता रिमेनिंग कंडक्टर कसा ड्रॉ करतात बघा सर. Whatever the shape is, doesn't matter. This is the remaining conductor. Now because of this remaining conductor, whatever the remaining conductor is, now I have drawn this conductor hollow, means this portion has been already considered. इथे त्याला शेडिंग केले ना बाळांनो. What does that mean? This part has been already taken care of. Now the remaining conductor I am thinking of. Okay sir, now the remaining conductor I am thinking of. All right, now because of this remaining conductor, whatever the value of electric field at this point and whatever the value of electric field at this point, both these values I want to take same, and not only same in magnitude but also same in direction. Just give me 1 second. Not only same in magnitude but also same in direction, because these 2 points, point A and point B, are very close to each other. It is outside and inside, that I know, but from the perspective of this second conductor, remaining conductor, from the perspective of this second conductor, remaining conductor, point A and point B are very close to each other. So electric field at point A and at point B will not change by much amount, so I will take them equal. Agree, disagree, reply me in the chat box. This is something which you need to understand. Very good Manali, agree. Paramita, Aditya, बोला बाळांनो. मजा येईल तुम्हाला. इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिक शिकताना मी तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी सांगितलं होतं, यू गोना एन्जॉय दिस. फाईन. आता गंमत बघा बाळांनो. Now try to understand. Direction of E2 at point B. No, direction of E2. Okay, fine. What I said is this. What I said is this, Advait. Let's say you have any conductor. Not any conductor, any charged system. This is applicable to general logic. Any general. If you have any charge system, okay, Advait, try to understand. If you have any charge system, then electric field at this point, let's say it is E2. Let's say it is E2. Then what will be the electric field at a point which is very, very near to it? Advait, now you tell me. Bolbar. It will be same E2. Now that answer came from you. It's you. Okay. Point B and A are very, 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 very close to each other. So that's the logic behind it. Okay. All right. पण ज्यानं विचार केला असेल ना ह्या डेरिव्हेशनचा, that person is definitely a great person. Okay. All right. Basically electrostatics chapter बाळांनो ओव्हर झालेला आहे. These are definitely critical and definitely extra points which are being taught. Okay, so just try to understand and just try to imagine the things which are being taught. But inside electric field we say it's zero. Yes, perfectly. So Ansh, write down total electric field at point B. Ansh काय आला पाहिजे बाळ? Zero आला पाहिजे. Now Ansh is saying, sir, but total electric field at point A is equal, at point B must be equal to zero. Write down. Total electric field must be equal to zero. Yes, you are right. So write this as equation number 2. Now total electric field at point A will be equal to electric field due to the first conductor and electric field due to the second conductor and their vector addition. Yes. So what you can do, Ansh, is this. Write down total electric field at point B, which is equal to 0, that you already know. But from vector relation, what you can write? Total electric field at point B. Here, this is your first conductor. Because of the first conductor it is inside, and because of the second conductor it is outside. So point B la दोन electric field आहेत. First is E1 because of the first conductor, and at the same point B there is a second field E2. This E1 and E2 are opposite to each other. So if two vectors are opposite to each other, resultant can be very easily found by subtraction, and you already know that their answer is 0. So in this way, Ansh, your doubt can also be solved. So these conductors, this conductor and the remaining conductor will cancel out each other's electric field at point B. Agree, disagree? Reply me in the chat box. Very good. Okay. So this statement came from you. This is very good sign. This is very good sign that this statement itself came from you and its justification is immediately given to you. Okay. आता बाळांनो थोडीशी गंमत बघा. Sir, if this is true, we know that electric field inside is 0 and that will be the vector addition of the first electric field and second electric field. So at point B, electric field because of the first conductor and second conductor we have to consider. Because of the first conductor it is directed inward. Because of the second conductor it is directed outward. So both of these electric fields will cancel each other. Yes, perfectly fine, no doubt. Now from the equation 1, equation 1, sir, can we write total electric field at point A, that is total electric field at point A, electric field at the point just outside of the conductor is sigma upon epsilon 0, sir. But by vector logic, electric field at point A because of the first conductor is outward, and electric field at point A because of the second conductor is also outward. Okay, because of the first conductor it is outward, because of the second conductor also it is outward. So E1 and E2 are the vectors which are outward, both are outward, so those will simply get added. Okay, but from the equation 3 we know that E1 is equal to E2, therefore for time being we will write E1 plus E1 is equal to 2 times E1. Or you may write electric field at point A is equal to 2 times E1. But sir, electric field at point A was sigma upon epsilon 0. Total electric field at point A किती होती बाळ? What is the total electric field at point A? Is sigma upon epsilon 0, which is equal to 2 times E1. Therefore it implies that E1 electric field value, electric field value is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. Write down up to this and now reply me in the chat box, clear and written. I had two equations, two unknown, not a big deal. E1, E2 was unknown. I have two equations, two unknown. Everyone, CW, clear and written. Are you comfortable with this whiteboard? Digital whiteboard? Huh? And the voice? Any problem? छोटे होते हैं, मोटे होते हैं. Actually, you can zoom on the screen, okay? You can actually zoom the screen, okay? Whichever part of the screen you want to zoom, you can, okay? And this takes less internet. So take backboard means म्हणजे काय आकाश आजचा एक दिवस करायला लागलोय बिकॉज ब्लॅक स्क्रीन. अच्छा, ब्लॅक स्क्रीन घ्यायची. ओके, नाउ आय जस्ट ऍक्च्युअली डोंट नो हाऊ टू टेक द ब्लॅक स्क्रीन, सो आय हॅव टू फिगर इट आउट. ओके ओके fine, I will figure out how to take that black screen. Okay, if not this is also okay. I just चलो चलो ओके फाइन. चला बाळांनो, E1 value sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. But sir, E1 is equal to E2. Yes, now let me take the new whiteboard. Actually this is facility here. Okay, we can take new board, we can go back. Okay, so whatever we have written is never lost. Fine. So now we know electric field E1 because of the first conductor, electric field because of the second conductor is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. Is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. Okay, all right, perfectly fine. Now the thought is this. Can I say that this conductor is placed, this conductor is a charge conductor, which is placed in the electric field of the remaining conductor, Now at this point or at a point of the conductor, electric field because of the remaining conductor is E2. Okay, point A and B are very close to each other. So the thought that you need to understand is this one. What I want to ultimately say is this: I have one electric field whose value is equal to E2, that is electric field because of the remaining conductor, and in that electric field I have a conductor on which some charge is present, let's say very small charge dq. Okay, now what is the force acting on this conductor? Force acting on this conductor is equal to electric field into the charge, F is equal to EQ. This conductor is placed in the electric field of the remaining conductor. E2 is the electric field of remaining conductor. So E2 multiplied by dq should be the answer, guys. Okay, now dq is very simple, that we have already figured out. Where here charge on this very small conductor dq is equal to charge per unit area into the area. So here I will write charge per unit area into area. Perfectly fine. Okay, no, not perfectly fine. I have to first write down the value of E2. Sir, the value of E2 is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. Value of E2 is sigma upon 2 epsilon 0. This gives me value of E2 multiplied by dq. dq is charge per unit area into the area. Put the brackets properly. Okay, now this will give me force acting on the very small element dq. Okay, force acting on area ds. I want force per unit area, but I will find force first. Okay, and then I will go to the force per unit area. So this gives me sigma square divided by 2 epsilon 0 multiplied by ds. Sigma square divided by 2 epsilon 0 multiplied by ds. This is what I get. Okay, now if I want force per unit area, this is actually the force acting on area ds. This is the solution of force acting on area ds. But sir, we wanted force per unit area, so write down force for unit area of conductor, force per unit area of conductor is equal to force on the conductor divided by area on which that force is acting. The force F, is actually acting on the area ds. The force actually acting on the area ds. This is the area ds. Charge is dq, area is ds. Okay, so force per unit area is equal to value of force sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0 into ds. This is the value of force divided by area ds. ds sir gets cancelled. What you get is sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. That's it. This is what I get. This is called as mechanical pressure, mechanical force per unit area or electrostatic pressure. If you get force per unit area, that's it. That is called as pressure. Sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Reply me in the chat box, clear and written. CW, derivation over. Everyone, very good. Shlesha, Paramita, Akash, Alam. Reply me. Advait, Yash, Arsh, Manali. Okay sir, fine. झालं का लिहून बघा. Aditi, Aryan. This is called as mechanical force. Sir, for the small area we found out, but what about full area? This is pressure at the given point, right? So this is true for every point. If this is true for any small area ds, it will be true for any area on the surface of the conductor. Yes or no? Tell me. बघा बाळांनो एक डाउट आलाय. Sir, we proved it for the small area. And what about complete area? If this is true, this is what? Sigma is what? Sigma म्हणजे काय? Local surface charge density. त्या पॉइंटला चार्ज पर युनिट एरिया किती आहे बघा. सिग्मा स्क्वेअर अपॉन 2 एप्सिलॉन 0 करा. You get force per unit area. Okay, and this force is always outward. Let it be a positively charged conductor or let it be a negatively charged conductor. If it is charged, it always tries to expand because charges want to repel each other. So conductor always, anyways, we have to consider small area as a general area. Yes, Advait, perfectly fine. See, this thought is also perfectly fine. As the conductor is of random shape, Advait is saying, as the conductor, I am just completing his statement. As the conductor is a random shape and we want to find out the pressure, so you have to consider very, very small area ds as a general area. Find out force on that area. Divided by that area, you will get pressure. Okay, you will get pressure. Fine. Now what I was saying is this. Let it be a positively charged conductor or let it be a negatively charged conductor, the conductor always tries to expand. The conductor always tries to expand. Okay, so doesn't matter whether the conductor is positively charged or negatively charged. This force is always force at any point on the surface of this conductor is always outward. Conductor always tries to expand. Okay, so if you charge the conductor, it always tries to expand. Fine. But electric field at point A is equal to, let's say, electric field at point just outside the conductor. Electric field at a point just outside the conductor. Let us take that as small e, because generally it is taken as small e. Rather than saying point A or just outside, let us take it as small e. Total electric field is sigma upon epsilon 0, that I know. So therefore, now what are the options that you have? If you don't want electric field, replace it by sigma upon epsilon 0. If you don't want sigma, replace sigma by E into epsilon 0. If you don't want epsilon 0, replace it by sigma upon E. So these are the replacements that you have to do. Just like that, 1/2 stress into strain formula. Do you remember that 1/2 stress into strain formula? Energy per unit volume of a stretched wire. Just like that, if you don't want stress, replace stress. If you don't want strain, replace strain. If you don't want Young's modulus, replace Young's modulus. Just like that. Now let me replace sigma. What is the replacement for sigma? Just give me a second. What is the replacement for the sigma? Sir, replacement for sigma is E into epsilon 0. E into epsilon 0. What will be the replacement for epsilon 0? The replacement for epsilon 0 will be sigma upon E. Will be sigma upon E. Okay, these are the replacements. So write down. These are the replacements that you will do as per the need. Okay, so therefore, now this is generally written as small f. Okay, small f. Don't take this small f as Newton. It is Newton per meter square. It is Newton per meter square. Small f is force per unit area, or let me write it. Let me write it. What is that? Sir, it is sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Now, if I want to replace sigma by E into epsilon 0, E into epsilon 0 bracket square divided by 2 epsilon 0. So E into epsilon 0 bracket square will become E square into epsilon 0 square divided by 2 times epsilon 0. So this becomes 1/2 E square into epsilon 0. Epsilon 0 square and epsilon 0 cancel. Only epsilon will remain. A small rearrangement will give me 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. This is the value of force per unit area. This is the value of force per unit area. Okay, one more formula. This is the first formula. Now we have the second formula, 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. Now if I want to replace sigma, in that situation what will happen? Not sigma, epsilon 0. If I want to replace epsilon 0, in that case force per unit area will become 1/2 as it is. Epsilon 0 replacement is sigma upon E. So sigma upon E is the replacement for epsilon 0 multiplied by E square. So that will give me E square upon E will become E. So 1/2 E epsilon, 1/2 E epsilon. These are the three formulae, out of which only one formula I remember. Okay, I personally remember only one formula for mechanical force per unit area. Okay, एकच फॉर्म्युला मला तसं माहित आहे, 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. As per the need, I just replace the epsilon 0 or E. गरजेनुसार मी काय करतो, epsilon 0 रिप्लेस करतो और E रिप्लेस करतो, where E is the electric field at a point just outside. Up to this, reply me in the chat box, clear and written. This is the force per unit area. Or electrostatic pressure. Three formulae, 1/2, very good Sarth, Aditya, 1/2 epsilon 0 E square, sigma square upon 2 epsilon, or epsilon 0 as per the, no, it is always epsilon 0. 1/2 epsilon 0 E square, sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Then the third formula is 1/2 E epsilon, out of which only one you have to remember, others you can actually derive as per the need. Okay, बाकीचे दोन बाळांना as per the need derive करायचे असतात. Okay sir, fine. So this completes the force per unit area derivation. This completes the force per unit area derivation. There is one more additional formula that I want to give you, is just write down on the next board. Let me move on. Just write down one more formula. Energy density of a medium. If in the if there is a point in the electric field, okay, if there is a point in the electric field, at that point, let's say if the very small volume I am considering, let's say if very small volume dV I am considering, and let's say at that point the value of electric field, okay, don't bother about the direction of electric field, let's say the value of electric field at given point, okay, the point volume is dV. dV is a point volume, dV is a point volume, okay, and let's say at that point the electric field value is E. So energy density, concept of energy density, rather than proving this formula, we will be remembering it. Okay, it's very easy to derive also, but we will not consume time in that. Okay, energy density of electric field, of electric field, energy density of electric field, okay, at given point, okay. How to find out energy density? Generally the symbol for energy density is energy per unit volume, means U. Here they take it like this, and let me write this, energy upon volume, okay. And the answer for it is 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. Same formula as that of pressure, same formula as that of pressure, but here you will write the unit as joule per meter cube. Here you will write the unit as joule per meter cube. And on the last page, here you will write the unit as Newton per meter square, because it is pressure, force upon area. Same formula, 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. Same formula here also, 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. That's called as energy density of electric field at given point. Reply in the chat box, clear and written. CW. This formula all of us will remember. Sir, can it be derived? Of course can be derived, but we will not consume time in that. Everyone just reply me, written, लिहून झालं. Why I am not deriving? Because no different, actually formula different काय तयार होतच नाही आहे, सेमच फॉर्म्युला तयार व्हायला लागलाय. So let's not take efforts in that. लास्ट पेज काय, एक सेकंड बघ. हा, लास्ट पेज झालं की सांग. Done. Next. So dV, electric energy density of electric field at a given point. We will remember the formula 1/2 epsilon 0 E square. Okay. इथला E जो काय आहे बाळ, this E means electric field at given point. And on the last page, this E is what? Electric field just outside the conductor. इथे बघा. This E means what? This E, this E, this E, this E, or this E are the electric field just outside the charge conductor. Okay, are the electric fields just outside the charge conductor. Okay sir, fine. Next. Now let me check what next. Write down the question. Question number 33. Question number 33. Prove that if the isolated means no charges are near the sheet. Okay, एक isolated sheet है. Prove that isolated charge conducting sheet is given a charge, then the charge distributes equally on its two surfaces. Very simple. Write down. Prove that charge given to isolated large sheet. Large means you can take it as infinite. Okay, very large, so infinite. Large sheet distributes equally on its two surfaces. Distributes equally on its two surfaces. Sheet is conducting sheet. Okay, sheet is conducting sheet. Okay, sheet is conducting sheet. You are not given a charge conductor of any shape, you are given particularly a sheet. Okay, fine sir. Now let me draw the sheet. Okay, let's say you are observing the sheet from the front side, so it will look like this. Okay, let's say you are observing the sheet from the front side, so actually it will observe as a line. Okay, the sheet will have two, let's say the total charge given to the sheet is capital Q. Let's say total charge given to the sheet is capital Q. Okay, let's say on the left face, okay, let's say on the left face the charge is small x. लेफ्ट वरचा चार्ज किती घेतला आपण, स्मॉल x. राईट वरचा चार्ज किती घ्यावा लागेल बाळा, टोटल चार्ज किती आहे, q आहे. लेफ्ट वरचा x घेतला, त्यांनी प्रूव्ह करा म्हटले लेफ्ट वरती आणि राईट वरती इक्वल चार्ज येईल असं त्यांनी प्रूव्ह करा म्हटले. लेफ्ट वरचा x घेतला मी, राईट वरचा किती घेऊ, what should be the charge on the right? Perfect, Vidula. Correct answer. Sir, very simple. If total charge is q, on the left it is x, then on the right, yes Siddhi, you are right. On the right it will be q minus x. Okay. Now you will consider a point B. Just give me 1 second. Just a second. No, I have to how to move this like this. Okay. I will take a point which is inside this conducting sheet. Okay, this is a point which is inside the conducting sheet. Now you people tell me, what is the value of electric field inside the conducting sheet? What is the value of electric field inside the conductor? Of course, we are talking about electrostatics. So E inside will be equal to what? This is a conductor. This is conductor. So Ansh, your answer is right. Inside conductor, sir, electric field must be equal to 0. Electric field must be equal to 0. And we already know that because of a charged sheet having charge equal to x or q. Okay, let me write down the extra point here. This we have already done. If you have a charge sheet, let it be a conductor or insulator. Let it be a conductor or insulator. If you have a charge sheet, what is the value of electric field at any point? This is infinite plate or infinite sheet. So at any point, what is the value of electric field? It is sir q upon 2a epsilon 0. Yes, no reply me in the chat box. This formula we wrote yesterday in the notebook. Because of, let it be a conducting sheet, let it be a non-conducting sheet, the formula is q upon 2a epsilon 0. In the language of sigma, you have different formulae, but in the language of q, you have same formula. Yes, no reply. Good. In the language of sigma, you have different formulae, but in the language of q and a, you have same formula. Okay, A is area on any one side. कुठल्याही एका साइडचा area. Okay, fine. Now here we will consider two sheets. One sheet having charge equal to x and another sheet having charge equal to q minus x. So because of the first sheet, electric field will be rightward. पहिल्या sheet मुळे electric field कशी येणार? Rightward. Because of the leftward sheet, at this point electric field will be rightward. Electric field will be rightward, and because of the second sheet, electric field will be leftward. Okay, these are the two electric fields which are present at this point, and those two electric fields will cancel each other. Those two electric fields will cancel each other. Okay, so electric field because of the first charge and electric field because of the second charge. Okay, and these two electric fields must be equal and opposite to each other, and therefore inside electric field is 0. Okay, therefore inside electric field is equal to 0. Directions are opposite and their magnitudes are equal, so I am equating the magnitudes. Okay, पहिल्याची electric field is equal to दुसऱ्याची electric field. What is the formula of electric field due to the infinitely charged sheet? The formula is sigma upon 2a epsilon 0. कुठल्याही charge मुळे formula काय? Not sigma, q upon 2a epsilon 0. So on the left hand side sheet, charge is x. So I will write, instead of q, I will write x upon 2a epsilon 0 is equal to. On the right hand side, I will write q minus x. Instead of q, I will write q minus x. Instead of q, I will write q minus x. Instead of x, I will write q minus x upon 2a epsilon 0. Sir, that is very simple. 2a epsilon 0 cancel. X is equal to q minus x implies that this x on the left hand side, that will become 2x. 2x is equal to q. So sir, that implies x is equal to q by 2. Yes, no reply in the chat box. X is equal to q by 2. झालं की हाफ चार्ज लेफ्टला, मग हाफ चार्ज राईटला येणारच ना. बघा बाळांनो, प्रूव्ड. Everyone reply me in the chat box. Very good. ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड, समजून घ्यायचा प्रयत्न करा बाळा. So will you tell again why E1 is equal to E2? इनसाइड ची इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड किती असते बा? इनसाइड दिस पॉइंट इज इनसाइड द कंडक्टर. इनसाइड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड किती आला पाहिजे? हा कंडक्टर आहे, कंडक्टरला दोन फेसेस, दिस इज द लेफ्ट फेस, दिस इज द राइट फेस, अँड दिस इज द पॉइंट विच इज इनसाइड द कंडक्टर. इनसाइड कंडक्टर फील्ड किती आला पाहिजे? 0. कुणाकुणामुळे असेल फील्ड? बिकॉज ऑफ whom इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी देअर? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस लेफ्ट साइड चार्ज अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस राइट हँड साइड चार्ज. Left hand side charge gives electric field E1. Right hand side charge gives electric field E2. These electric fields are opposite in direction and they must be equal in magnitude. Okay, only then inside electric field will be equal to 0. Done? I know it might happen that first time we may not get the answer, but with the second explanation everyone gets it. Next question. Next question 34 is very easy, so you can deal with it. Question 34 is for you. Okay, you have to simply add the two electric fields and you have to get the answer. So I will get to question number 35. Okay, what is the question number 35? Let me read the question. You try to extract the data along with me. Two charged parallel conducting plates, okay, placed at a finite distance. Plates are infinite, but the distance between them is finite. Okay, are given the charges q and 2q respectively. Find out the charges that appear on all the surfaces. This is very interesting question. This is really very interesting question. You should pay attention to it. This is the first very large sheet. This is the second very large sheet. Okay, the first sheet is given a total charge of q. Of course we are talking about conducting sheets. The second sheet is given a charge equal to 2q. Then what happens? Because of the electric field of the first charge redistribution takes place on this surface and this surface. Okay, because of the electric field of the 2q sheet, the charge redistribution takes place on this surface and this surface. So let us take some variables. Let us assume that on this surface the charge is x. So remaining charge will be equal to q minus x on this surface. Let us assume that on this surface the charge is y. The remaining charge will get redistributed here. Okay, try to understand. Suppose if the first sheet is absent, समजा पहिली sheet absent है. Suppose if the first sheet is absent, in that case you can say that half charge will be here and remaining half will be here. Suppose the second sheet is absent. Suppose this second sheet is absent. In that case, half charge will be here and remaining half charge will be here. That we have already proved in the last example. But this is not the isolated sheet. It is present with the another charge. Okay, another charge is present near it. So now equal charge distribution will not take place. So I will assume on the left hand side there is a charge x. Okay, so remaining side will have charge equal to q minus x. On the left hand side I will assume charge equal to y. On the remaining side I will be having charge equal to 2q minus y. Now obviously to find out charges means find out value of x, find out value of q minus x, find out value of y, find out value of 2q minus y. This is the question. This is the question. So what is the question? Find out values of charges on each surface. Find charge on each surface. Find charge on each surface. Find charge on each surface. Okay. So that is the value of x, q minus x, y and 2q minus y. So this is very obvious question that here we have introduced two variables x and y. So we have to write two equations. Very simple thought. So what is the thought? Find out electric field at this point which must be equal to 0. Find out electric field at this point which also must be equal to 0. Let's say this point is small a. Let's say this point is small b. Electric field at point A must be equal to 0 because it is a point inside the conductor. Electric field at point B must be equal to 0 because it is a charge inside the conductor. Oh sorry, because it is a point inside the conductor. Conductor चा आतला point आहे त्यामुळे electric field at point A ती 0 पाहिजेच. आणि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऍट पॉइंट बी पण काय पाहिजे, झिरो पण पाहिजे, झिरोच पाहिजे. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऍट पॉइंट ए झिरोच पाहिजे, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऍट पॉइंट बी ती पण झिरोच पाहिजे, बिकॉज दे आर इनसाइड कंडक्टर्स, because they are inside conductors. These points are inside conductor. Okay, fine sir. Next, now of course I will take all the, of course while assuming, I will assume all the charges to be positive. Okay, I will assume all the charges to be positive. Okay, question itself will take care of sign. Okay, मला सेपरेटली परत काही काळजी करायची गरज नसते. Now what is the formula? The formula of electric field because of this x, or let us write all rightward fields equal to all leftward fields. Okay, at point a la all rightward is equal to all leftward. So because of x field will be rightward. Charge x मुळे field कशी असणार, rightward, away from the positive. What is the formula? Q upon 2a epsilon 0. Q is x 2a epsilon 0 as it is. This is the all rightward field. x मुळे field कशी येणार, rightward. Q minus x मुळे leftward. Y मुळे leftward, and because of 2q minus y again leftward. Reply me in the chat box yes no. Because of q minus x electric field will be leftward, because of y leftward, because of 2q minus y again leftward. Positive मुळे away, positive मुळे away, because of positive away. Okay, so because of the x it will be rightward, and because of other charges q minus x, y and 2q minus y it will be leftward. So I will write q minus x upon 2a epsilon 0 plus y upon 2a epsilon 0. Instead of charge put y. Now instead of charge put 2q minus y upon 2a epsilon 0. Sir, this 2a epsilon 0, 2a epsilon 0, 2a epsilon 0, 2a epsilon 0 gets cancelled. Sir, then I could have written total charge on the left of A is equal to total charge on the right of A. A चा left वाला charge is equal to A चा right वाला charge. A चा left ला कोण आहे, x. A चा right ला कोण आहे, q minus x plus y plus 2q minus y. q minus x plus y plus 2q minus y. एवढं केलं असं तरी चाललं असतं. Yes no, reply me in the chat box. If such a question is given to you, charge on the left of A must be equal to total charge on the right of A. A चा left वाला charge is equal to A चा right वाला charge. बघा इक्वेशन काय होतं, x equals q minus x plus y plus 2q minus y. Okay, sir, this y gets cancelled. Yes, it gets cancelled. What is the answer then? On the left hand side we have x. This minus x goes on the left hand side, will become plus x. This q, this 2q will become 3q. Answer, this plus y minus y gets cancelled. Yes. So 2x equal to 3q and x equal to 3q upon 2. That's the answer. So this value is 3q upon 2. It is 3q upon 2. First answer over. Up to this, reply in the chat box clear and written. We need one more equation to find out why. Everyone. CW. एक क्वेश्चनचा टाइप एक परफेक्ट करून घ्या, बाकीचे क्वेश्चन्स यू विल डू ऑन युअर ओन. Such questions are already there in the tricky section, but you can deal with them. If you know the procedure, you can deal with them. चला बाळांनो, सेकंड इक्वेशन वरून y कॅल्क्युलेट करून कोण सांगेल मला सगळ्यात पहिल्यांदा? हा, टोटल चार्ज ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ द पॉइंट बी इज इक्वल टू टोटल चार्ज ऑन द राइट हँड साइड ऑफ द पॉइंट बी. करा. Do it and tell me the value of y. टोटल लेफ्ट वाला चार्ज इज इक्वल टू टोटल राइट वाला चार्ज. टेल मी वैल्यू ऑफ y for point B. Do it. Q by 2. Everyone tell me. One answer came. Everyone fast. B जो है point. For that point B, check what is the left wala charge. Check what is the right wala charge. Very good, Aditi. Aditi's answer आला है. Everyone. Aryan. Aditya, perfect answer. जमलं की आणि काय पाहिजे? Akash, you have to check once again, Akash. We want to calculate value of y. Vidula, you have to think again. What is the left wala charge? Sir, x plus q minus x plus y is equal to, okay, this is the total charge on the left of B. Q actually ते काय आहे, x upon 2a epsilon 0, q minus x upon 2a epsilon 0, y upon 2a epsilon 0, a epsilon 0, a epsilon 0 और 2a epsilon 0, 2a epsilon 0 कैंसिल होते हैं. Actually इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड्स अपन इक्वेट करते हैं, but that 2a epsilon 0 gets cancelled. So total charge on the left side is x plus q minus x plus y is equal to total charge on the right hand side. Right hand side charge is 2q minus y. 2q minus y. Sir, this x and this x gets cancelled. So this is equal to q plus y is equal to 2q minus y. Sir, this q on the right hand side, this y on the left hand side. So that will become what? So that will become, sir, 2y. 2q minus q will become q. So sir, value of charge y becomes q by 2. Value of charge y becomes q by 2. This is your second answer. This is your second answer. काय मिस्टेक झाली असते जनरली? दिस क्यू, दिस 2q, 3q करतात मुलं. नाही, 2q minus q झाला ना बाळ. दिस q on the left to right word side. लेफ्ट कडून तो राईट ला गेला, दॅट विल बिकम मायनस 2q मायनस दिस विल बिकम q. इथं जो कोण 3q लिहू नका. ओके, ऍट दिस स्टेप डोंट राईट 3q. इट इज q. सेकंड आन्सर आलं. आता q मायनस x सांगा. q minus 3q by 2. q minus 3q by 2 will be what? Minus q by 2. Minus q by 2, minus q by 2. आला तर आला, प्लस तर प्लस, मायनस तर मायनस. नो वरी. Then tell me 2q minus y. 2q minus y. Let me write it here. You write on the next line. 2q minus y ची व्हॅल्यू किती? 2q minus y value is q by 2. So that will be equal to 3q by 2. Yes, Aryan, correct answer. So these are your 4 answers. These are the charges on the 4 faces. First phase x, second phase q minus x, third phase y, fourth phase 2q minus y. Up to this, reply in the chat box. Yes, no. Clear, written. CW. So this type of question you gonna deal in the exam. Okay, should not be the big deal. Writing equations should not be the big deal. 2 equation, 2 unknown should not be the big deal. Okay, because logic is clear to now, clear to all of you now. We would never think charge distributed from the positive initially to later on negative and positive. We would never think charge distributed from positive initially to later on negative and positive. Initial charge here is positive. Okay, that doesn't mean that both of these charges must be positive. असं काही नाही. Okay, असं काही नाही. So this charge q can be the addition of one positive charge and another negative charge. This is absolutely fine. No worry about that. आता गंमत दाखवतो तुम्हाला. Question झाला solve. Okay, now let me show you one interesting thing. Let me draw these two sheets once again. Let me draw these two sheets once again, first and second. Actually गंमत अशी होते, the charge on this face, let it be positive, negative, doesn't matter. Charge on this face must be equal to equal and opposite charge on this face. हे दोन्ही equal and opposite असतातच. Let me show you. What is the value of x? It is 3q by 2. So charge on this face is 3q by 2. What is the value of charge on q minus x? What is the value of charge of q minus x? Q minus x is minus q by 2. Here you have charge minus q by 2. Now what is the value of y? It must be, मी हे आन्सर काढल्यानंतर ऍक्च्युअली मला माहित होतं इथं प्लस क्यू बाय 2 यायला पाहिजे, पण तरी पण आम्ही y कॅल्क्युलेट केलाय, तो येणारच होता प्लस क्यू बाय 2. पण पहिल्यांदा कॅल्क्युलेट करून समजून घेऊया की बाय मॅथमॅटिक्स इट अगेन कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल अँड अपोजिट, and therefore here onwards I could have directly written this as plus q by 2. आता रिमेनिंग इथे येणारच ना. Advait, I will answer your doubt, but try to understand this. Why calculate करायची बाळांनो गरज नाही. Yes, no, reply me in the chat box. I showed here by mathematics that it is if this is minus q by 2, त्याला equal opposite इथं यायलाच पाहिजे. So it is plus q by 2, but still we calculated y so that we can understand the process, and once you have hold on the process, now you can go for the tricks. Okay, this is applicable only for the adjacent surfaces of different sheets. These are the two different sheets and these are the adjacent surfaces. Sir, why yailas paije? The mathematics says, this is the mathematics. You do it. If this is true for q and 2q, why it is not true for q1 and q2? I take the charge on the first sheet as q1, I take charge on the second sheet as q2. This x, this q1 minus x, this y, this q2 minus y. You do it and you tell me. So I said yailas paije. It has to be there. You verify it. Don't believe on me, you verify it. So remaining charge 2q minus this charge. Remaining charge 2q minus y is 3q by 2. So let me write here, remaining charge is 3q by 2. That's it. So this I take as a rule. This, while solving the questions, this I take as a rule. There is no logic, it's just mathematics, Ansh. Okay. Ansh is saying, sir, I thought there is some logic. No, it's just mathematics. Okay. I just observed it here, and I am thinking that if this is true for q and 2q, why it would not be true for q1 charge on the first sheet and q2 charge on the second sheet? You verify this. Chalo, everyone verify this as a homework. Verify this as homework. What is the homework? Do it like this. First sheet, second sheet, x, q1 minus x, y, q2 minus y. Prove q1 minus x value is opposite of y value. हे दोन इक्वल आणि अपोजिट असतात. You have to prove this. Next, up to this, everyone replying in the chat box. Things start clear to all of you. Fast, everyone. Question चे types समजायला लागलेत का बघा बाळांनो, पट. Yes, good. Next. Now with the same logic you can go for the question number 36. Same logic, inside electric field equal to 0. Okay, question 36 is same logic question. What is the logic? Electric field inside conductor is equal to 0. Inside electric field किती यायला पाहिजे? 0 यायला पाहिजे. The similar logic you have to apply. You will also try this question also. Okay, These are some last points of the chapter. Okay, fine. And assignment for tomorrow, not for today, you have to read the logics of, let me give the page number also. आज काही गोष्टी मी तुम्हाला रीडिंग साठी आणि काही सॉल्व एक्झाम्पल ॲज अ होमवर्क म्हणून पण द्यायला लागलोय. ओके, बिकॉज दीज आर दी लास्ट पॉइंट्स. ओके, and the same logics are being repeated again and again. Okay, page number 49 to 51. Okay, what has written is this: important points, important results for closed conductor. त्याची फक्त लिस्ट तयार करून ठेवायची. ओके, इम्पॉर्टंट रिझल्ट्स फॉर क्लोज्ड कंडक्टर. इम्पॉर्टंट रिझल्ट्स फॉर क्लोज्ड कंडक्टर्स. ते रिझल्ट जे काय आहेत, जस्ट लिस्ट देम डाऊन. ओके, ते रिझल्ट्स लिस्ट आउट करा. ओके, ऑब्वियस रिझल्ट्स आहेत, इझी रिझल्ट्स आहेत. ओके, दोज रिझल्ट्स कॅन बी व्हेरी इझिली रिमेंबर्ड ऑल्सो. ओके, now the interesting point and the actual important point that we are going to learn now is the next point, which is called as sharing of charges. Okay, so let me move on to the next board. Write down sharing of charges. Heading: sharing of charges. Sharing of charges between two spherical conductors. Sharing of charges between two spherical conductors. Between two spherical conductors. This is applicable only for spherical conductors, not for any others. Okay, sir. Fine. Let us have the first conductor. This is the first conductor. Let us have the second conductor. Okay. Let's say the radius of the first conductor is R1. Let's say the radius of the second conductor is R2. Okay, radius of the first conductor is R1. Radius of the second conductor is R2. Okay. Let's say the charge on the first conductor is Q1. Charge on the first conductor is Q1. Charge on the second conductor is Q2. Charge on the second conductor is Q2. Okay, this was the situation initially. This was the situation initially. Okay, now if you join these two conductors by wire, of course by a metallic wire, if you join these two conductors by a metallic wire, okay, just give me a second. Let me check if I can copy this. Control C, Control V. No, cannot copy it. I have to draw it again. This was the situation initially, and let's say the final situation is like this when you just connect these two conductors. Okay, the final situation is like this. Now we connect these two conductors by means of a wire, metallic wire. Okay, we just connected these two conductors. The charge will get redistributed. Either it will flow from higher to larger sphere to smaller sphere, or smaller sphere to larger sphere, that we can decide. Okay, but let's say the final charge on the first sphere is QA and the final charge on the second sphere is QB. Definitely charge will get redistributed. Why? I will answer. Why? That I will answer. But definitely this charge will get redistributed. पण हा charge बाळांनो redistribute होणारच. Okay, the reason is very simple. Charge always flows from higher potential to lower potential. Initially it cannot flow because air is a non-conductor. Air is a non-conductor, so initially charge cannot flow through the air. But if you join the conductor by means of a wire, this wire is a very good conductor of charge or electricity, so charge always flows from higher potential to lower potential. Okay, so initially This situation was there, and this is the final situation. This is the final situation. Okay, now we have to find total charge qa and qb. Okay, now you want to find out qa and qb. We want to find out qa and qb is equal to question mark. This means that we have two unknowns, qa and qb. It certainly means that we have to write down two equations. Okay, we have two unknowns, qa and qb. It means that we have to write two equations for qa and qb. Very simple. Okay, first, what are the facts that we want to imply here? Okay, or that we want to apply here? The first is charge always flows. Charge always flows from higher potential to lower potential. Okay, charge always flows from higher potential to lower potential. What is the formula for potential at a point on the surface of the sphere? kq upon r, capital R. What is the value of potential on the surface of the spherical conductor? kq upon r, capital R. Okay, charge will continue to flow from the higher potential to lower potential until the potentials become equal. Okay, finally charge flow stops. Finally charge flow stops when potentials become equal. Finally, when potentials become equal. Okay, called as common potential. आता दोघांचं इनिशियली दोघांचं पोटेन्शियल डिफरंट होतं. याच्या सरफेसवरचं पोटेन्शियल, याच्या सरफेसवरचं पोटेन्शियल, दोज सरफेस पोटेन्शियल्स वेर डिफरंट, बट फायनली बोथ दी पोटेन्शियल्स विल बिकम इक्वल. So therefore potential of that is actually called as common potential. So potential of the first sphere finally VA must be equal to VB must be equal to, it is also called as common potential. So this is the first equation that we want to implement. Very simple. Potential on the surface of the first sphere, kq upon r, k into qa upon r1. Okay, because radius of the first sphere is r1. Radius is not going to change, it will remain r1. No doubt. This radius will remain r2, no doubt. Okay, so kq upon r1 must be equal to potential on the surface of the second sphere, kq upon r2, but q is qb, so k into qb upon r2. This is the first equation. Up to this, reply in the chat box, clear and written. We want to write two equations, two unknown, one equation is written. Next equation, final answer. Bola. Good. Done. Good. So sir, now we have first equation with unknowns qa and qb. Now we want only second equation that will give us the answer. Second equation is very simple. Use law of conservation of charge. काय करायचं आहे बाळांनो? लॉ ऑफ कन्झर्वेशन ऑफ चार्ज इम्प्लिमेंट करायचं. टोटल इनिशियल चार्ज q1 plus q2, total initial charge q1 plus q2 is equal to total final charge qa plus qb. Charge will get redistributed but will not get destroyed or will not get created. It will get balanced. Now you have two equations, two unknown. Not a big deal for you. qa and qb unknown is not a big deal for you. Yes, no, reply in the chat box. Done. Question solved. Concept clear. Finally potentials will become equal and charge conservation. CW बोलो, घुस रहा है ना दिमाग में? Two equations, two unknown, should not be the big deal. झालं? Two equations, two unknown kara. That's it. After solving these two equations, what you get is this. Let me write the results. Write down. After solving, very simple thought is there. Final charge on the first sphere is some fraction of the total charge. Obviously. Last slide. Okay. Write down. Done. Next. So after solving, you get total charge on the first sphere. Final total charge is equal to some fraction of total charge. Similarly, total charge on the second sphere is equal to some fraction of total charge. Total charge is Q1 plus Q2, total initial charge. The fraction is the fraction of radius. Okay. The fraction is the fraction of radius. So R1 upon R1 plus R2. R2 upon R1 plus R2. ज्याची रेडियस मोठी त्याचा फ्रॅक्शन मोठा, ज्याची रेडियस लहान त्याचा फ्रॅक्शन लहान. रेडियस मोर, फ्रॅक्शन मोर, रेडियस लेस, फ्रॅक्शन लेस. Done. Reply me in the chat box. So most of the students actually remember this result rather than solving those two equations. These are the types of questions that I am making you familiar with, because theory is slightly different and questions are slightly different. So it's always important that the types of questions you have to get familiar with. Done. Everyone reply in the chat box. I have seen most of the students remember this result rather than solving these two equations. Because this is equation in Q1 and QA and QB, first equation. This is also equation in QA and QB, second equation. Two equation, two unknown must get solved. Yes. But after solving, you get this. Okay, fraction of total charge. What is the fraction? The fraction of radius. The fraction of radius. Okay. Now you can have the ratio QA upon QB. Okay. You can have the ratio QA upon QB. Sometimes in the exam, you will be asked QA upon QB. So this upon this, everything will get cancelled. Everything will get cancelled. R1 upon R2 will remain as it is. This is called as result. What is the ratio of the charges on the two conductors after sharing of charges? What is the ratio of two charges on the conductors after sharing of charges? दोन conductors आहेत, wire जोडली, sharing of charges झालं. What is the ratio of charges? QA upon QB. It is R1 upon R2. It is R1 upon R2. Try to understand. Everything will get cancelled. This upon this, everything will get cancelled. Only R1 and R2 will remain. Okay. Next question. What is the ratio of charge density on first conductor to charge density on second conductor? Very simple. Charge density, charge per unit area. Surface area of the sphere is 4 pi R1 square divided by charge density on the second sphere is charge on the second sphere upon surface area of the second sphere. 4 pi will get cancelled. This becomes QA upon R1 square, and this is QB in the denominator, and this R2 square in the numerator. If you arrange it properly, you will get it like this: QA upon QB, QA upon QB is equal to R2 upon R1 bracket square. R2 upon R1 bracket square. Here multiply sign. But sir, charge ratio is radius ratio. Charge ratio is equal to radius ratio. QA upon QB is R1 upon R2. So write down QA upon QB replacement as R1 upon R2, and this R2 upon R1 bracket square as it is. R2 upon R1 bracket square is as it is. So therefore, final answer of charge density ratio. Charge density ratio is R2 square upon R2, numerator मध्ये R2. R1 upon R1 square, R1 in the denominator. So charge density ratio is reciprocal radius ratio and charge ratio is radius ratio. Charge ratio is radius ratio, charge density ratio is reciprocal radius ratio. Yes, no, reply me in the chat box. Radius ratio चा reciprocal आहे, R1 upon R2 चा reciprocal आहे आणि इथं R1 upon R2 आहे. These are the results which will be directly asked in the exam. If you know it, do it. If you don't know it, solve the two equations on the previous page. Done? Everyone reply me in the chat box. Are all the things taught in today's lecture clear to all of you? Everything? Because only one point called as Van de Graaff generator is remaining now. Okay. After that, we will move on to the next section, next different section, which is called as capacitance. Okay. म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रोस्टॅटिक्स कम्प्लिटली ओव्हर होते. कॅपॅसिटन्सचा एक सेक्शन तेवढा राहतोय. एक व्हॅन डी ग्राफ जनरेटर नावाचा एक थेरॉटिकल पॉइंट राहिलाय दॅट वी कॅन डू in the next lecture, and from the next lecture itself we are going to start with the capacitor. Okay, last slide once again. Okay, this one you can take a screenshot now. Please take the screenshot. We will be using the methods of whiteboard or the digital board as per the need, because many of the things in physics require the movement of the hands or facial expressions also. For example, right hand rule. How can I show you right hand rule on this? No, this is not possible. Okay, it is always better to have the actual whiteboard. Okay, real wala whiteboard for the determination of the directions by the left hand rule, right hand rule, movement of the hands. Okay, so for those sections I will be preferring the whiteboard, and for the remaining theoretical and calculative portion I will be using this digital wala whiteboard. Okay, but be comfortable with both of it. Okay, if you are comfortable with me, method should not matter. Okay, if you are comfortable with me, method should not matter. बरोबर ना बाळ? सर तेच आहेत ना? सर तेच आहेत. चल, in this lecture we are going to stop at this point. Chalo, bye bye everyone. Let me end the lecture. Have a very nice day. Good day. Chalo, bye. Yes, take care. Bye bye.